Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me today for another episode of Gold Wingnut Live. Each week I answer your questions about things happening in Sumter County and the villages. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos I produce are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happenings here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, Wingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package for your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work's being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some others do. I'm watching your home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange your package today. Now let's get started with the show.
5 reasons not to get a golden retriever. Number 5, the master manipulator. That innocent look? Lies. It just knocked over the trash can, chewed your shoe, and is now pretending to be a fluffy angel. Number 4, eternally starving. You feed it. 2 seconds later, it's staring at you like it hasn't eaten in years. And your dinner? It's now community property. Number 3, thinks it's a lap dog. A 90-pound golden will try to curl up in your lap like a chihuahua. Say goodbye to personal space and your couch cushions. Number 2, too friendly to function. Whether it's the pizza guy or an intruder, your golden will greet them like a long-lost cousin, tail wagging like a helicopter, slobber everywhere. Number 1, your house will never be clean again. You'll find fur on the couch, in your food, on your clothes, and in your dreams. Golden retrievers shed enough to build a whole new dog.
For thousands of years, humans have searched for loyalty, for joy, for a reason to get out of bed before noon. Today, that search is over. Introducing Dog, the revolutionary new product that is somehow both the best decision you'll ever make and the worst. DOG comes standard with unconditional love software. Whether you've been gone for 10 years, 10 hours, or 10 seconds, Dog will greet you like you've just returned from war. With tail wag propulsion technology, stealth midnight cuddles, and the astonishing, I know you're sad, so let me sit on your lap, even though I weigh 110 pounds function. But that's not all. Dog also includes a state-of-the-art security system that detects every leaf, squirrel, and Amazon delivery person within a 3-block radius. A convenient exercise program which activates at 6 a.m. sharp in the snow while you're still in pajamas. And a self-cleaning face lick module applied without warning, preferably right after dog drinks from the toilet. Of course, DOG may also come with side effects. Unstoppable fur production. Your house will now contain enough hair to knit another dog every 2 weeks. Automatic shoe deconstruction, because clearly you never really needed those $200 sneakers. And the spontaneous activation of the vomit protocol, always triggered at 3 a.m., always on the carpet. But despite the chaos, Dog comes equipped with the one feature no other product has perfected. Absolute, unconditional love. DOG will follow you, guard you, cheer for you, nap with you, and yes, stare at you awkwardly while you pee. DOG, available in all shapes, sizes, and fur lengths. Adopt yours today and prepare for drool, destruction, and the greatest love of your life.
Fur & Away Mobile Pet Grooming provides professional grooming services right outside your home. Their state-of-the-art mobile grooming salon won't disturb your neighbors with loud noises or smelly fumes, providing a less stressful grooming experience with no more contact with other pets and their germs. With nearly 50 years combined professional grooming experience, Village's residents Eric and Sharon McFarland bring their expertise and full line of competitively priced services to your home. Big dogs or small, they do them all. I trust them with my Sully and Lily, and you can trust them with yours. Fur & Away, they're the best mobile groomer in the Villages. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Don, and this is Gold Wingnut Live. Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us, be sure to. I've got an echo in here someplace. All right, let me unplug those headphones. Crazy. Anyway, sorry about that. Again, if you're joining us live, if you're joining the live show, be sure to fast forward to the live portion. Just grab the slider, slide it all the way to the right. There's always a little bit of entertainment at the beginning before the show. Today's sponsor is Fur & Away Mobile Pet Grooming. Uh-oh. Are we still getting an echo? Oh boy. I know what it was. I had the special effects turned up. Yeah, I got it now, I think. Sorry about that. I was playing around with the sound mixer. Anyway, it takes about 30 seconds for me to do something. All right, there we go. My apologies. So yeah, it takes about 30 seconds between the time I do something here and you guys see it, so there's always a lag. My apologies. Again, today's show sponsor is Fur & Away Mobile Pet Grooming. Eric comes to your house, takes care of your dog. He'll also do cats. Do a great job. They do my Sully and Lily, and they always look great. We also have other sponsors today, Surf to Turf, Home Inspections, Country Village Power Equipment, Kitchen Wise, Closet Wise, Magic Stairs, and Shade Masters also. All great sponsors. My sponsors really make this possible, because if I had to rely on YouTube, I'm sorry, the $15 a week that I get from it just wouldn't cut it. I spend a lot of time getting ready and putting stuff together. So, wow. Let's see. We got a couple of quick comments here. Let's see what they said. Hello, Don. Just drove on the Marsh Bend Trail golf cart path, and they've installed divider reflectors on the path. Should really help at night. Tammy, I absolutely agree. I heard about that day before yesterday that they were putting them in, and I mean, it makes such a big difference. You're going to love it, especially if you get stuck in the rain coming back from Magnolia Plaza or headed north. It makes all the difference in the world. Hey Don, proposal to set the gates to construction mode permanently throughout the villages has been in the news. Thoughts on whether you think this will happen? I certainly hope it doesn't happen, okay? Construction mode was basically, it's free egress ingress mode is what it is. It picks up on the pickup loops and opens the gate. It does slow you down, but it doesn't slow you down as much as if you're having to present your card or press the red button. And the whole purpose of the gates is to slow the cars down so the golf carts can get across, just to slow the traffic down, to make it safer for everyone. You know, I read a lot of those online comments, and I am just, what's the word I want to use? Fed up with some of these folks. It's always about me. You know, there's more to what's going on here than just, I've got to get to the golf course, I've got to get to the doctor's office, I've got to get to the grocery store. This is a whole community, and we gotta you know, live together, and we gotta operate safe. And we have a few extra modes of transportation that we don't normally have in most areas. I've seen the what do they call those things with two wheels? Oh my gosh. Segways. I've seen segways, people on bicycles, you know, so it really, we got to make it safe for everybody. We're going to get back to the golf cart issue here in a little while, because that was a big thing. Now, you'll notice I have a jacket on today. I'm not feeling my best today. I apologize if my voice gets a little bit scratchy today. If I start to falter, I've prepared some video footage. I've been working on 161, so I threw a bunch of it together last night, knowing that I wasn't feeling well. Put a little music with it, so you know, you'll have a little something to watch. And if we make it through the whole hour, then after the ending segments, I'll start that segment up. It's about 20 minutes long, and you can see some of the stuff I'm going to be working with. It should be, you know, I'm really looking forward to it. I got a couple more shots I need to shoot, and then I'll start on the voiceovers. But again, you'll get a good idea of what I'm coming up with. And Muskie says, "How about if it's not broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it." There you go. Happy Go Lucky says, "Aha, thank you. This is what I've been waiting for." Police have been citing cart drivers for unregistered low-speed vehicles for carts going over 20 miles an hour. I'd say 90% are capable of that. Thoughts? My truck can do over 100 miles an hour, okay? But I go the speed limit, okay? The speed limit for a golf cart is 20 miles an hour, regardless of what the street sign says, unless it's less than 20 miles an hour. So if you go through a villa community, it's normally 10 miles an hour. You know, excuse me, but it's, how do I put this? All right, so every morning I come down, take my dogs to the dog park, and I see golf carts doing 30 miles an hour. I've paced them going down Bar Boulevard. I've paced them going down McNeil. You know, they're going too fast. They're not designed for those speeds. Golf carts are designed to be maximum 20 miles an hour. That's what the law says. Personally, I applaud the police officers for enforcing the laws. I read some online comments of, well, don't they have better things to do with their time? Well, their job is to enforce the law. Whether you like it or not, the law says 20 miles an hour. I've seen these 4-seater electric ones that are doing 30, 32 miles an hour. And that's just based on pacing it with my truck. To go more than 20 miles an hour, there are some requirements. To be a low-speed vehicle, there are some requirements. But a low-speed vehicle can only go 25 miles an hour. So, you know, why are you're having these things turned up? Okay, we got the police and the golf cart dealers need to educate customers about this. They should be giving warnings instead of assigning criminal records. You're told when you buy your golf cart. When I bought my golf cart when I retired from Johnson Controls in 2018, they asked me if I wanted to set the speed higher. I said 2 miles an hour. Why 2 miles an hour? Because sometimes you need a little extra gas to get up a hill or something like that. But That doesn't mean I drive with my foot all the way on the floor. Now I still drive 20 miles an hour. Almost every golf cart has a speedometer on it. Use it. It's not difficult. So what does it require? So I went to, what is it called? The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. If you go there, they've got a nice little handout here, and it tells you all about it. It's a little 2-pager. So let me read some of the stuff about it here. Top speed, between 20 and 25 miles an hour for a low-speed vehicle. The equipment, it must have headlights, brake lights, turn signals, windshields with wipers. Most golf carts don't have it. Seat belts for every seat. Don't get me started on the junk that's being installed. Rear view or side view mirrors, and a reflector at the rear and at the sides. Must have a VIN, must be registered and insured. I have insurance on my golf cart. Why? Because I'm paranoid about liability. There you go. You got to have a driver's license. All passengers must wear a seat belt. Oh boy. All persons under 18 must wear a seat belt. All front seat passengers must wear a seat belt. All passengers under 18 must wear a seat belt. And if the passenger is under the age of 5, they must be in a car seat. Or a booster seat, I guess, yeah. Low-speed vehicles can be driven on roads with a posted speed of 35 miles an hour or less. And they can cross intersections of roads 35, over 35 miles an hour. So, you know, and it goes on. I mean, this is 4 pages. Yeah, 4 printed pages. Go to, what's it called again? You're never going to remember this. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. And you can find the information on it. Look, these golf carts aren't designed to be going that fast. If you take a turn too fast, it's easy to flip. It's happened many times here in the villages. You know, the seat belts that are torqued to the little pot metal framing, they're not going to hold you in. You know, there's very little protection. What's your hurry? You're retired. You know, that's the bottom line. Yeah, personal responsibility. All right, and let's see. Let's see. Oh man, excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, as I said, I'm not feeling my best. I've got a jacket on. Normally, I sit here in my flip-flops. I got my bedroom slippers on because my feet are cold. I got long pants on instead of shorts. And you know, the heat's on in the house. I'm just not doing well. It's been a rough week. All right. It's about the journey, not the destination. Yep, I agree. Okay, so Victoria wants to know, do you remember from your old house what the electric bill was for running your pool every day per month? Yeah, it was about $180 to $200. Now, I ran my pump a lot longer than most people, and what they tell you, you know, they tell you 6 to 8 hours is all you need to run it. I normally ran mine from about 7 in the morning until 8 at night. Why? Because my dogs would get in the pool, and I needed to make sure that it stayed clean and chlorinated. Because it was a saltwater pool, the only way it stays chlorinated is for the pump to be running and the water to be passing through the chlorinating cells. You know, so there you go. That's I'll be honest with you. That's one of the things I've been thinking about this past week too. About, you know, with getting a pool, is the electric cost. You know, right now my electric bill is what's it running? About $120 a month right now. So it's about $50 to $60 higher, maybe a little more depending on how much you run the pump. You know, if you're using a heat pump, that's another big giant air conditioner that you're running. That's gonna take a lot of electricity also. That's the advantage of using solar heat. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, Craig says, totally agree with Muskie and Dawn. Slow down, enjoy the ride. Yep, you know, again, we're retired. Well, okay, most of you are. But anyway, what else is going on? Oh yeah, so the animal shelter. You saw today, if you saw the pre-broadcast, there's a couple of dogs up for adoption. Bodie and Leia, beautiful dogs. They're looking for homes for them. They're at the Sumter County Animal Shelter. You know, the animal shelter for a long time has suffered from some overcrowding, sadly. But on a positive note, about a week and a half ago, yeah, it was about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, they had 40 dogs picked up by a rescue. And so when I went to the animal shelter on Friday, I went there Friday afternoon. Went there for just a quick tour of it and look around. I talked to the manager. He sent me that stuff. I asked him to send it to me. I figured, you know, hey, if one of these dogs can find a home, open your hearts. If you're in need of a dog, open your hearts up to one of these rescue dogs. They need homes desperately. You know, a rescue isn't for everybody. I will freely admit that. You know, some people want a puppy. Okay, remember, a puppy is a lifetime commitment. Yeah. Let's see. Any new news about the hotel opening or supermarket in Eastport? No, I haven't seen anything yet. The supermarket, I did some flying over it. That's in that video. You'll see it. They've cleared the staging lot. They've cleared the staging lot, but they haven't started work. However, in Middleton, they have started work on the grocery store there, and the hotel. When I was out checking the lawnmower this morning, I noticed that they've started stacking the block. So that's good. So Joe in Maine says, can construction areas keep the sand cleared up on the roads with golf cart lanes? Cars get very squirrely in the sand. I do slow way down, but it's a hazard. The reason for the sand in the construction area is it lowers the friction level on the road, so these heavy trucks don't damage the roadway. So they're not going to pull up the sand. They like to keep it down because it helps preserve the what you call it, the roadways as much as possible. All right. Let's see. The Port Hotel is taking reservations for January. That's interesting. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, it's very possible. I know the pool is full. Again, that's in that video. Will they pull over golf carts traveling over the speed limit on the cart trails or just the roads? I've seen insane speeds on the cart trails, blind corners. Yeah, I know. There's some stupid driving going on. I don't believe they can. Not on the cart trails. Second post here. Hey Dawn, do you know if they are planning to build any more commercial areas around Warm Springs and 301? If so, will there be multimodal paths there? So there is more property scheduled. However, you're not going to be able to go to the north side of Warm Springs at 301, only the south side, because that is a 45-mile-an-hour road and you can't cross it. Let's see. Woodlands. Oh yeah, Chris wants to know. Have you heard when the Woodlands Golf Course will be opening? I have not heard anything. They just put out a teaser video the other day, and they said soon. It's looking really good. So yeah, I definitely assume relatively soon. Let's see. Craig Sailors just didn't want to get missed. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, you guys see, you know, up to the post just above Craig the Sailor's posting. I go back all the way to on my side of the screen over here. To Dreamcatcher's question about the gates and the cards, all the way back. So to 3:03, and so 17 minutes. I get to see a lot more. Let's see. Rescues and shelters have puppies, young, older, senior dogs. You may think rescue or cat, but always, yeah. Yeah, they do have puppies on occasion. I didn't see any puppies on Friday, but I did see a lot of cute dogs. That's really the hardest thing I've done as a county commissioner is go to that animal shelter, because it breaks my heart. And the hard part is also we have limited funds, what we can do, and we have to prioritize. And unfortunately, we have to put people first. All right. All right. Let's see. JDF says, "Hey Dawn, how are you? In the future village of Green Grove Hills, are they planning on building a hospital in the eastern section of that villages? Thanks, have a good day." So what I know is they are still working on the securing the contractor. I don't know, or the hospital group that's going to be doing it. I don't know if it's going to be Advent or UF or Florida. There's a whole bunch of them. ACS, but they haven't announced anything yet. But when it does go in, it's supposed to be in the Lake County section. So as you're going down Central Parkway towards the turnpike, when you pass under the power lines, then you're passing into Lake County, and you'll see the sign on the right. And it's in that big triangular section where they're looking at putting it. You know what? I forgot. I've got a map. Let's go to the web browser. There we go. All right. There we go. So this big green triangle here, this is the Lake County line, literally going right down here. You can see how everything stops. So the hospital is supposed to be someplace in here. Exact date, I don't know. But, we're going to keep an eye out for it. All right. Let's see. Dawn, do you know, in the village's map west of Finney, is that area that will later be developed? Okay. Let's go back to the map. So west of Finney. All right, let's make this a little bit smaller. So west of Finney. So what you're talking about, so here's Finney, here's Hammock at Finney, and over here, this whole area, this is the Marlene O'Toole Industrial Park. The top section up here is low-income housing. They haven't started on it yet, but the roads are done. And then the bottom sections down here, this is Industrial Park. This over here, on the far left, is the Rick Scott Industrial Park. And actually, if you were to go and zoom out, yeah, most of this area up in here, this is the Monarch Ranch Industrial Park. This is the future of Sumter County. The gravy train of the villages someday will run out, and the way that that Sumter County is going to deal with it is by building up our industrial base. And the Monarch Ranch, I think it's like 15,000 acres. It's huge. So, yeah. But as far as being part of the age-restricted portion of the community, no, it's not going to be part of the age-restricted portion of the community, Craig. That's going to stick going south of Middleton and Shady Brook and those areas. Next village up after Lakeview is probably going to be Big Prairie. They've got the signs up for that now on Marsh Bend Trail. So that was interesting. I got to go back and look at some old newspapers that I have that shows the different villages that were coming. All right, so let's see. Happy-Go-Lucky says, I noticed the ponds on the very south end cleared up dramatically. I believe they hired a new company to manage the ponds. Do you happen to know the names of the new company? I don't know the name of the new company off the top of my head. I know we had used them before. A friend of mine, Susie, she's a bank teller over at Citizens First Bank. We always chat when I go in to do my banking, and she has a house on McMurtry that faces the big pond, the same pond that my house faces, and she shared with me some video footage of them harvesting the let's call it seaweed, whatever they want to call it, the aquatic plants that are choking out the ponds. So you know, they're working actively to try and get them under control. It's going to take time. You know, it's tough. Low-income housing near the industrial park, as in Section 8, or just low-priced homes. It's low-priced homes, workforce housing they like to call it. It's not Section 8. There is no Section 8 there is no Section 8 housing in Sumter County. All right. All right. So Freehan JT has a new theory on the lot in Eastport. Yep. He thinks it's going to be a putt and play. Nope. It's going to be some more courtyard villas. Shape of the roads as previously displayed in the village's app, plus the parking spaces in front of the lot match. They have it sawgrass. We talked about this last week. It's actually residential. It's going to be another, it looks like courtyard villas, just based on the lot sizes. So, and courtyard villas typically have the dead-end pigtails for the fire departments to be able to get on both sides of the house. Wow, we're cruising right along this morning, or this afternoon, whatever. What time of the day is it? I don't know. All right. Also a player in that right next to it is child friend. Oh. Yeah, again, it's going to be courtyard villas. That was shown on one of the maps from the area of LaGrange that's coming out. Speaking of LaGrange, let's go back to, let me go to the other map here I have. So we're going to zoom in on LaGrange. So here is LaGrange, where all this is. And this just popped up. See this over here? This is the other area of LaGrange. So is this going to be the next section to come up on the market? If I had to guess, I would say yes, very much so. It's pretty much the way they do it. So, you know, maybe next week sometime, Monday, who knows, Monday, Friday, it's hard to say. But when they update the maps, that's when things start to happen, normal, or, you know, things really start to happen. What's strange is this line right here. See how it cuts those lots off? That could be indication of an oops. Maybe we shouldn't have put this section up. I don't know. We've seen that happen before looking at this map. But it's always interesting. I normally spend about 20 minutes a week going through this map, and I zoom in on areas, I zoom out, because things disappear and reappear on the map. Let me see if I can make it happen here. Yep, see how, there it goes. So there's the first and 10th hole of the golf course. No, that's not the first and 10th. That's the, I don't know. That's part of that's the second and third hole, I think it is, of the front nine. But the housing went around, and then it comes back. So, yep, there we go. Let's see. Muskie says, what is Big Prairie? Well, there's two answers to that. Big Prairie is the name of the village that's at the far south end of CDD 16. It's right there at the corner of Bexley Trail and Marsh Bend Trail. They've posted the sign Big Prairie, and it's going to be the whole southern section going across. that's what's down there. But the other thing the Big Prairie is actually the name of an area in Lake County that feeds Lake Panasoffkee. Let me see if I can even zoom out far enough. I probably can't. I'll switch it over. Oh, yeah. So Big Prairie is this area right down in here, and it's in Florida they call it a prairie. It's a swamp, okay? And that area drains and eventually goes up into Lake Panasoffkee, and then Lake Panasoffkee continues to feed the Withlacoochee River, and away it goes. All right. Arthur's got something here. Arthur says, "Hi, Dawn. I wanted to ask, if you look at the village's site and you look at the 470 bridge, the dark paths multimodals at the way across the bridge, 470, all the way, okay, wait a minute here. I lost your train of thoughts here. All right, if you look at the village's website and look at the 470 bridge, shows dark paths, multimodal paths, all the way across the bridge down to 470 to the new fire station. Very interesting. Hey, you know, there you go. I didn't even look at that. I did fly over in that area. Let's go back to the map and see what Arthur's talking about. Backsleeve. Hey, yep. I don't think, now, Arthur, I'm going to disagree. That's just showing the roadway. The multimodal paths, they're not showing over there. That's just the roadway. They are building a new tunnel right about here, I think it is. You'll see that in the video that I've thrown together. All right, back to here. Let's see. So I don't think it's going to have golf carts on it, based on what I'm seeing. So we'll see what happens. Oh, where do you find that map? All right, Tammy. Good question. So the way you do it is you go to the village's website, and let me zoom out. And if you come here to visit, and then click on Community Map, and it brings up the same map that you see for the houses for sale, but without all the houses on it. So you get a really good view, and you can select some other stuff on there. But then as you zoom in, you get a pretty good view of things going on. All right. Let's see. Mario Napa showed the bridge over the turnpike having a bike walking path, not a golf cart path. Makes sense as usual. Cart paths are just the village's use only. So I don't know about that. I looked at it a couple of days ago. I didn't see it. There's no bridge going over yet. They've just got the east side embankment up and the retaining wall. The problem is the off-ramp. Okay, it doesn't look like they're going to rebuild that off-ramp and on-ramp on the west side. So there's really no way to cross it. I don't see it. My understanding is they might be doing something a little farther south. All right, so I need a break. We'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. Thanks for sticking with today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. Pardon me for just a minute while I go grab a fresh cup of coffee and stretch my legs and back. While you're waiting, let me ask you a quick question. Are you building a new home in the villages and need someone with a trained eye to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates? Then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo-video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years experience as a construction project manager, and I've been offering this valuable service to residents for over 6 years. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. Fortunately, serious issues are rare, but even the most minor issues are better caught during construction than during closing. I'm not just taking pictures of your home like others do. I'm watching your home being built with a trained eye to ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today. Now let's get back to the broadcast. Thanks for sticking. Far and Away Mobile Pet Grooming provides professional grooming services right outside your home. Their state-of-the-art mobile grooming salon won't disturb your neighbors with loud noises or smelly fumes, providing a less stressful grooming experience with no more contact with other pets and their germs. With nearly 50 years combined professional grooming experience, Village's residents Eric and Sharon McFarland bring their expertise and full line of competitively priced services to your home. Big dogs or small, they do them all. I trust them with my Sully and Lily, and you can trust them with yours. Far and Away, they're the best mobile groomer in the Villages. All right, we are back. Thanks for sticking around. All right, so, wow. Okay, looks like we've got some screw-ups in the feed. There we go. All right. Oh, still catching up. All right. We'll wait for that to come up here. All right, here we go. There we go. Now it's caught up. Good day, Dawn. This is Keith. What's being built on the land to the right side of the Wildwood Community Center on Powell Road? I don't know. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked into it. I was going to actually call Jason McHugh, who's the city manager, and ask him, but it's not worked its way up to the top of the list. I've been to quite a few different things today. Friday I had to go to the animal shelter because they had an open house, but I also in the morning I spent all morning down at the Metropolitan Planning Organization for Central Florida. We had a big meeting there that covers a 10-county area, and it talks about the planning for roads and construction. So a lot happening here in Central Florida. Oh my gosh, the growth is horrendous all throughout the state. But I don't know exactly what's going on there. I apologize. All right. So let's see. Mark says, which type of building is more energy efficient, concrete or frame? Also, do they use hurricane straps on all roof trusses? So let me answer the first question, or the second question first. Since Hurricane Andrew happened in the early 90s, they have mandated hurricane tie-down straps, and they are included, or they are part of every home being built here in the Villages for the last 30 years. So yes, they do have them. If you see the precast walls go in, you'll see the tabs sticking out over the top. If they're doing a block wall, that when they fill the cells with grout, they insert the anchors into that. So yeah, they are strapped down. Which is more energy efficient? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know which is more energy efficient. I know that the concrete is very strong compared to the stick and frame houses, and they put an inch of high density foam insulation, and then they put a 1-inch fur out for electrical work and things like that, and then they put the drywall on. So they're, they both have their advantages. There you go. But I don't know. I would. I know how to find out. I'll have to go through. I'll have to do a records request to pull two similar houses. I'll pull the same floor plan because they have it in both precast and stick and vinyl, and I'll look at the energy ratings on the walls. Let me write that down. All right, I just made a note to do what you call it, records request to find that out. Let's see, question above Keith Gordon. Yeah, okay. Oh, I lost my mouse. I got too many computers here. I bought another Apple computer, so now I have 4 apples. Yeah, I can almost make a pie with the apples that I got. But anyway, yeah. So let's see. Question about will Village's health survive? I believe it will. Will it survive in its current configuration? I fear not. What they've done so far, or for the last 10, 15 years, however long it's been around, is they gave the doctors a much lower patient load than normal, so they had time to spend with the patients. I hope that doesn't change, because it's really been top quality healthcare that I've gotten, and Debbie has gotten, and our son David has gotten, and my mom got when she was going to the doctors, because of the lower patient loads. I go to see Dr. Perez over in Pinellas. Great guy. I've been seeing him for 11 years, and I will continue to see him as long as he continues to work here. But he comes in, he sits down, we have good open conversation, not rushed. He's never in a hurry to get out of there. Okay, it's 10, 15 minutes, but that's better than the 3 or 4 I used to get. I mean, I had a great doctor when I lived down in Haines City, but yeah, it was obvious that he was very rushed. So I think it will survive. I just hope that they don't load up the patients too much. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, you gave me homework. Okay. Suggestion, let's see, Gregor says, hi Don, suggestion for your Gold Wingnut Productions home built videos, if you could label them with the model name so people with spec or existing homes could see typical construction. So Greg, good comment. There is, for each of the houses that we post on the deluxe package, there is a playlist that you can see. And so look at the playlist for the Gold Wingnut Productions YouTube page. This is the Gold Wingnut page. Then there's a Gold Wingnut Productions. That's the other YouTube page I run. Look at the list. Look for the playlists with the addresses, and in that playlist, it says what the floor plan model is. We've been doing that now for about 6 months, based on a similar comment that I received. So that's there. All right. Looks like no night with the developer this year. Yeah, normally that happens in about May. It didn't happen. I guess maybe I'm partially to fault for that. That he made that clear the last time he had one, because he mentioned there's drones out there showing everything that we're doing and people telling everybody what we're doing. Yeah, times change, unfortunately. They do change. Let's see. Victoria, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. It helps offset the cost. Let's see. She says, hope you feel better. Thanks for all your hard work putting together for all your live shows and videos. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. Let's see. Craig the sailor. So Craig, you were a sailor. Navy, or were you one of those shallow water sailors, coasties? Because if you are, I assume you're like, what, 6'2"? Because everybody's got to be over 6 feet in the Coast Guard so you can walk to shore if you sink. Sorry. Inter-service rivalry. Anyway, he says, I'm very familiar with Humana, and believe me, they will not allow a longer time with the patients. I would be very surprised if they do. Yeah. I agree. Happy Go Lucky says, have you decided on a pool yet? So we have the drawings. There's some changes we're going to make. I just went over to one of my customers' house the other night, delivering a USB drive with all his pictures, and I'd seen the pool. He had these big urns that overflowed. I didn't know they lit up, and they look pretty cool. So I'm going to go back to my designer and say, okay, this is what I want. I probably am going to wait until after the new year. Got to get past the tax man. He killed me this past year, and you know, I'm still paying the tax bill. I had to. They allow you, you know, if you can't pay it all at once, to pay over time. And man, I'm writing him a big fat check every month because the interest really sucks. But it's, you know, I just could not see pulling more money out of my savings just to pay to pay the taxes, and I have to pay more taxes on the taxes. All right, Craig is a Navy veteran. Excellent. Thanks, brother. Appreciate your service. Let's see. Orange Mini Cooper says, Dawn, we love your update videos on our construction. We excitedly look forward to every sugar sink update. You should have got some this morning because we uploaded last night. He worked for a living. Oh, we worked for a living. Yeah. Some days were pretty long work days. I can remember many 18 and 20-hour work days, and a few 48-hour work days that we did, especially during inspections. You didn't get much time to rest. Excuse me. All right. What else do we have coming here? Just curious, Craig. You know, what were you in the Navy? Myself, I was a nuclear-trained electronics technician, chief petty officer on submarines. So I got to operate a nuclear reactor for 20 years. I had $1 billion toy I used to get to play with. I loved it. It was a great experience. But lots of different jobs in the military. All right. So no more questions. Let's see. Oh yeah, back to our firefighters. You'll see up here on the screen for donations to the firefighters. If you want to donate cash, that's what you go to. Go to my webpage, goldwingnut.com. You'll see on there a heading for Thanksgiving. You know what? Let's go. I keep forgetting I got this silly webpage pulled up here. Let's go back to it. And we're going to go to Gold Wingnut Productions. Oh, there we go. So if you go there, you'll see right here a link for Thanksgiving. And you get there, it talks about what we're doing. We're going to provide Thanksgiving dinner for all the fire stations. We have station coordinators. I've got coordinators for every station. Muskie, you see her chiming in on occasion. She's the station coordinator for, is it 40? I don't know. I got it here on the list. But anyway, explains what we're doing. And then if you want to make a donation of food, you contact the station coordinators. And yes, Muskie's got station 40. But you'll see, give you your name, your phone number, your email address so they can get a hold of you. Tell them what you want to bring, and or ask if you're asking to help. But we have somebody for every fire station, and the firefighters, they appreciate it. I started doing this, I want to say 9 or 10 years ago with Station 45, which is the one over by Eisenhower. And a couple of years ago, we transitioned it to all the fire stations in the villages. A bigger challenge, but it has worked out great. The firefighters are so grateful. Any money that we collect, we use it to buy supplies. Right now, Vinny, who's a VS on the live feed here, he chimes in on it frequently. He works with Lowe's. He's arranged for Lowe's to provide us with all the soft drinks for all the fire stations, which is huge. What that allows us to do, instead of spending the cash that we get on sodas, we donate that to their relief fund. Commissioner Jeff Bogue, who is the District 4 County Commissioner, he does a similar effort for the county fire department, the Sumter County Fire Department. They don't do the food. He goes out to Publix and he purchases the meal for them already prepared, and then he delivers it to each of the fire stations throughout the county. The logistics of doing it in the county just, they're not the same as what we have here in the villages, where we're a much more compact community. So we're taking donations for him also. Any money that comes in for that, it's going to go to Commissioner Bogue, and he's going to use that to help purchase the food for those fire stations. You're donating through the Gold Wingnut Foundation, which is a 501c3 that I run. So it is a tax-deductible donation. Again, the money's going towards the firefighters. Our overhead cost for our 501c3 is 0.0%. We don't take anything out for operating cost. Any operating cost, so for example, the annual Department of Corporations fees and all that, I pay as we'll call it a donation from my Gold Wingnut company, so that all the money can go to the various charities. But if you'd like to donate, reach out to one of the coordinators. It doesn't matter which fire station you donate to. They're all appreciated, and sometimes we get too much of one thing at one fire station. We'll move it around. We have the ability to, if somebody up north needs apple pies, we'll take them some apple pies. We got it worked out pretty good. Let's see. Craig was a machinist mate non-nuclear, but I was a nuclear an NQC inspector. Okay, so I did crawl around the inside of the reactor on occasion, only when they shut down. Yeah, of course, only when they shut down. You wouldn't make it out if they were still critical. Anyway, I got a lot of machinist mate friends. I worked with a lot of mechanics in the engine room over my years. Scott Evans says, we agree with Orange Mini Cooper. We love the construction updates, especially when we live so far away from the construction. Thank you, Don. Well, thank you, appreciate it. Craig, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Yep. All right. So he was on a tender, working on fast boats out of San Diego. Wow. Yeah, I did one fast boat. I did the USS Topeka. I did new construction on her. I was the reactor operator who took her critical for the very first time. A reactor going critical is a good thing. That just means the chain reaction is self-sustaining. If you watch the movies, oh my gosh, it's going critical, it sounds bad. No, it's good. That's what you want it to do. Sorry. Anyway, let's see. Greg R. says, when I was on a volunteer/career fire department during COVID, they made a rule that we weren't allowed to accept food donations anymore because of foodborne illnesses could take out a whole station's shift. And that's always been a concern. And I've talked with, I can't remember the former Chief Kane about it before he retired. And I've talked to Chief Tweese, the current chief, and they're okay with it. But I understand your concern, and that's been our concern too. But fortunately we haven't had any issues. Yeah. Whew. All right, where are we going here? We got another message that just popped in. It's actually bigger up on the big screen. Targets, John. Okay. Yep. So John and Maine's question is subsailor or target. See, in the Navy, there's only two types of ships: submarines and targets. But could be biased. Excuse me. Oh wow. Been a long day. Been a long day, and of course now I'm starting to sweat because I don't know. Keep going. All right. Any more questions? Oh yeah. One other thing. If any of you are retired teachers or have your teaching credentials, and you're interested in being a substitute teacher, the charter school and the county schools are in need of substitute teachers at all grade levels. And so, if you're interested in doing that, reach out to them. If you look at the description of this video, you will see the names and address, contact information of the people to contact either at the county school or the charter school to go to work there and be a substitute teacher. It's teaching is a great and rewarding experience. I never taught elementary school or high school or anything like that, but I did do 2 tours as an instructor when I was in the Navy, and watching the light turn on, when you see something finally click on a student, is such a rewarding experience. And I had many young sailors that, trying to teach them nuclear physics, which is what I taught most of the time, it was a challenge, trying to change them into the terms into something that they understood was a challenge. So again, if you're interested in substituting, again, on the description for this video, you'll see the contact information. Please reach out to them. They could really use the help. Let's see, Oak Hollow Pool opening Thursday the 16th. That surprised me that it's still not open yet. Normally that opens about the same time the first couple of homes start being occupied, and it didn't happen in Oak Hollow. And it caught me off guard. I really never understood that. I'm not sure what the problem was, because it looked like it was ready, unless they had some water issues or something. I don't know. Tammy says Station 48 always has lots of cars parked there. Are they all connected to the fire station, or is there other offices there? So there is a community watch substation there. It's part of the building. It's in the building with the fire station. So those are the individuals that run the community watch routes. They're in the community watch vehicles. I don't know how many there are out there, but shift change, it can be like a dozen cars out there for that. But there are 3 different locations where they base out of. One is up at Savannah Center, I believe it is, Savannah Recreation Center. The other is over by Fire Station 51, which is, if you go up Buena Vista, you'll see the old schoolhouse that's sitting on the corner, hangar right there. That's where the community watch station is, in Station 51, and then now down here at Station 48. So, it didn't make sense to run them all out of one location. There is still just one central dispatch, though, but it's a huge area. They've got over 100 square miles they've got to cover, and I think they strive to hit every road 3 times a day. That's a lot of driving here in the villages. I do a lot of driving in the villages, and I could not imagine trying to hit every road 3 times a day. It's incredible. But a lot of nice, really good men and women working there. I got a few friends that work there. It can be a thankless job, but they do it, and we really should appreciate them. I know there's a lot of talk about getting rid of the manned booths at the entrances. Those exist to help people with directions and things like that. They have some value. They really do. Let's see. Where are we at? We talked about the charter school. We talked about Thanksgiving. We talked about the animal shelter. Oh, I got one here. I got an email today from Dave. Yeah, it was at 11:30 this morning. How long must a newly planted palm tree be braced with 2x4s? Many palm trees in the newer villages, for example, Moultrie Creek, have bracing for going on 2 years. Just wondering. So Dave, good question. And I had to think back to when I had a Sylvester put in, my house in Village of Hillsborough. So when they did that, the guy said, leave the bracing on for a year. And that's what we did. And we took it down. And that Sylvester, the palm fronds came up to about chest level when we planted it 10 years ago. Those palm fronds now start about 2 feet above the peak of the roof. It has grown so much. It's a big, beautiful tree. I miss it. It was always gorgeous to look at. I did not miss getting it trimmed every year because every time it would go to seed with the pods, it was just a huge mess, so I had to get it cut out every year. Excuse me. So now some of the areas, down here at the south end, when the hurricane came through last year, we lost a lot of trees. So they've kept the bracing on for an extra amount of time. The trees that had to be replaced are still going to be braced, so they're probably going to brace them for 18 months to 2 years. And it's honestly, if they keep all the bracing on, it's not going to hurt them. I know it's not as attractive, but better they get a good rooting than not and come down. And we still have a good month and a half left of hurricane season, so don't underestimate what can happen with our weather here in Florida. Tammy says, oh, yep, good to know. See them drive by on McMurtry. Yep. Mark wants to know, is Community Watch a paid position? Yes, it is. It is a paid position. And there's different positions in Community Watch. Obviously, there's the dispatchers and some other folks at the office. There's drivers, there's relief drivers, and there's gate attendants. They do a lot of good things. One of the big things they do, if there's an accident or something like that, they help the sheriff and police departments with traffic control. And that way, you want a sheriff or a police officer to be involved with dealing with the situation, not with directing traffic. So Community Watch helps with that tremendous amount. Same thing if there's a fire, they help with routing traffic away so that the professionals can stick to the job they need to do, and that's helping the people. They do home watch, where they do home checks. If they see your garage door open in the middle of the night, which, guilty, done it a couple of times, and you get a call in the middle of the night saying your garage door is open, oops, thank you, and go stumble out and hit the garage door opener. But occasionally, it's definitely helpful. I think they do a good job. That's part of what your amenities pay for. All right, so it is 3 minutes after 4. I don't see any more questions coming up, so let's go ahead and end this today. You know what? I'm gonna play the video, and I'm gonna stick on. My advertisers, I got to show their ads. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna jump straight into the video that I've got prepped, and you'll get to see it, enjoy the music. All right, so let's go.
Far & Away Mobile Pet Grooming provides professional grooming services right outside your home. Their state-of-the-art mobile grooming salon won't disturb your neighbors with loud noises or smelly fumes, providing a less stressful grooming experience with no more contact with other pets and their germs. With nearly 50 years combined professional grooming experience, Village's residents Eric and Sharon McFarland bring their expertise and full line of competitively priced services to your home. Big dogs or small, they do them all. I trust them with my Sully and Lily, and you can trust them with yours. Far & Away, they're the best mobile groomer in the Villages.
He bring a strong man to the barking of the hound, put a shadow across the winter. When the old man comes around, you got to hide it high. You got to jump and run again. You got to hide it high. The old man is down the road. The old man is down the road.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know everything's alright. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Lips as sweet as candy, its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty for another cup of wine. Got a bug from you, girl, but I don't need no cure. I just stay a victim if I can for sure. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on. I'm hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I said I'm hooked on a feeling,
sinner. I never sinned. I got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, it's gonna set me up with the spirit in the sky. Oh, set me up with the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Go to the place that's the best.
I took my phone.
All my friends know the low rider. The low rider is a little higher. Low rider drives a little slower. Low rider is a real goer. Hey. Low rider knows every street, yeah. Low rider is the one to meet, yeah. Low rider don't use no gas now. Low rider don't drive too fast. Take a little trip, take a little trip.
I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. I done said the right thing, but it must have used the wrong line. I've been on the right trail, but I must have used the wrong car. Head is in a bad place, and I wonder what's good for. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. My head is in a bad place, but I'm having such a good time. I've been running, trying to catch hung up. up in my mind. Just got to give myself a good talking to this time. Just need a little brain salad surgery. I got to cure my insecurity. That I've been in the wrong place, but it must have been the right time. I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong song. I've been in the right vein, but it seems like a wrong on. That I've been in the right world, but it seems like the wrong, 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 wrong. Slipping, dodging, sneaking, peeping, hiding out down the street. See my life shaking with every who I meet. Refried confusion is making itself clear. Wonder which way do I go to get on out of here? Cause I've been in the right place, but it must have been the wrong time. And I done said the right thing, but I must have used the wrong line. I took the right road, but I must have took a wrong train. I took a right move, but I made it at the wrong time. I went in the right trip, but I made it in the wrong call. My head is in a good place, and I wonder what's bad for. If a skull is in a
Rumors spreading round in that Texas town about the shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm racing. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and the time to get yourself in. And here it's time
thanks everyone for sticking around while we ended this. I hope you enjoyed that. We'll try something again next time. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of Gold Wingnut Live. These weekly broadcasts and the construction update videos are two of the ways I bring information to you about the construction happening here in the villages. At Gold Wingnut Productions, I also provide a photo video service for new homes under construction. If you're building a new home in the villages and you need someone to watch the construction for you and send you regular updates, then contact me through my website, goldwingnut.com, and arrange for a photo video package of your new home. I've nearly 20 years in the construction industry as a project manager, and in the last 6 years, Gold Wingnut Productions has provided this valuable service to over 300 homeowners. I know the work the various trades are doing, and I know when the work is being done right and when it's not. I'm not just taking pictures like some do. I'm watching your new home build with a trained eye to help ensure everything is done right. So go to goldwingnut.com and arrange for your package today, and I'll see you next week right here at Gold Wingnut Live.
Man rules. We always hear the rules from the female side, so now here's the rules from the male side. These are our rules. 1. Men are not mind readers. 2. Learn to work the toilet seat. You're a big girl. If it's up, put it down. We need it up, you need it down. You don't hear us complaining about you leaving it down. 3. Crying is blackmail. 4. Ask for what you want. Let's be clear on this one. Subtle hints don't work. Strong hints don't work. Obvious hints don't work. Just say it. 5. Yes and no are perfectly acceptable answers to almost every question. 6. Come to us with a problem only if you want help solving it. That's what we do. Sympathy. That's what your girlfriends are for. 7. Anything we said 7 months ago is inadmissible in an argument. In fact, all comments are null and void after 7 days. 8. If something we said can be interpreted 2 ways, and one of the ways makes you sad or angry, we meant the other one. 9. You can either ask us to do something or tell us how you want it done, not both. If you already know best how to do it, just do it yourself. 10. Whenever possible, say whatever you have to say during the commercials. 11. Christopher Columbus didn't need directions, and neither do we. 12. All men see is only 16 colours, like Windows default settings. Peach, for example, is a fruit, not a colour. Pumpkin is also a fruit, and we've no idea what mauve is. 13. If we ask what's wrong and you say nothing, we'll act like nothing's wrong. We know you're lying, but it's just not worth the hassle. 14. If you ask a question that you don't want the answer to, expect an answer you don't want to hear. Now, when we have to go somewhere, this is 15. Absolutely anything you wear is fine. Really. 16. Don't ask us what we were thinking about unless you're prepared to discuss things such as football or motorsports. 17. You have enough clothes. 18. You have too many shoes. 19. I'm in shape. Round is a shape. 20. Thanks for reading this. And yes, I know I have to sleep on the couch tonight, but did you know the men really don't mind that? It's like camping. Share this to as many men as you can to give them a laugh. And share this to as many women as you can to give them a bigger laugh. Because it's true.
So God made a dog. God said, I need somebody willing to wake up, give kisses, pee on a tree, sleep all day, wake up again, give more kisses, then stay up until midnight basking in the glow of a television set. God said, I need somebody willing to sit, then stay, then roll over, then with no ego or complaint dress in hats they don't need and costumes they don't understand. Somebody who, no matter what you didn't do or couldn't take or didn't win or couldn't make, will love you without judgment just the same. So God made a dog. God said, I need somebody strong enough to pull sleds and find bombs, yet gentle enough to love babies and lead the blind. Somebody who will spend all day on a couch with a resting head and supportive eyes to lift the spirits of a broken heart. It had to be somebody who'd remain patient and loyal, even through loneliness. Somebody to care, cuddle, snuggle and nuzzle and cheer and charm and snore and slobber and eat the trash and chase the squirrels. Somebody who would bring a family together with the selflessness of an open heart. Somebody who would bark and then pant and then reply with rapid wag of tail when their best friend says, "Let's go for a ride in the car." So God made a dog.